I'm about to shed some light on this current situation, which I think is a really big deal. Robinhood, they're a stock brokerage. I've made videos talking about their commission-free stock trading app in the past. So I'm going to go over this article with you guys today. It's 2 days old, but I feel like it's still appropriate. So they're not actually launching a checking and savings account. After they released the blog post or whatever that they were going to be doing this, a ton of people were like, this is way too good to be true. Like, where are they getting all this money? So a lot of people started looking into the back end of things, and they discovered that they weren't actually going to be FDIC insured, which I'm sure you guys, if you guys are already keeping up with this, you guys already figured this stuff out. So the article is titled Robinhood to Relaunch Rebranded Savings Account Plan After Widespread Criticism. In a blog post released Friday, Robinhood's founders acknowledged that its new plan, which aimed to offer a no-fee checking and savings account with no minimums, ATM fees, penalty charges, or foreign transaction fees, may have caused some confusion. The plan was unveiled without consulting key regulators and may have misled investors. All this hype happened because they did not address the fine print, which I think is interesting. Robinhood is going back to the drawing board. Just a day after unveiling what it called checking and savings accounts, the financial technology startup said it's relaunching and renaming the product, which came under immediate scrutiny from Wall Street and federal officials about potentially misleading investors. If you guys are keeping up with this, you guys already know that it is no longer called a checking and savings account. It's called a cash management account. A little bit different, in my opinion. The plan was announced with great fanfare on Thursday, but drew questions about whether the program could adequately protect investors' money. Robinhood said it would offer checking and savings accounts with an industry-leading 3% interest rate and no fees or account minimums. The free product builds off the company's no-fee stock trading model that ushered 6 million users and a 5.6 valuation in its 5-year existence. So clearly Robinhood knows what they're doing. They have a really successful commission-free stock brokerage. And I mentioned this in one of my previous videos. I said that they're the only people doing it without commissions. Everyone else is charging some form of commission. And I mean, looks like they got big plans. I think the people behind Robinhood know what they're getting into. Stephen Harbeck, head of SIPC, told CNBC in a phone interview Friday that he was just as surprised as everyone to hear that about Robinhood's plan. He confirmed that the startup did not contact his office ahead of the product launch. And to his knowledge, Robinhood had not contacted the SEC either. And he goes on to say, I have serious concerns over what they've done, and they took no action to alleviate my concerns, adding that he had contacted the SEC's Trading and Markets Division about it. They sort of jumped the gun on this. I think they should have strategized and should have reached out to key regulators. Robinhood's checking and savings accounts are covered by the SIPC, which protects up to $250,000 of cash in the case that a broker fails. There's a big distinction from bank accounts, which are covered by the FDIC insurance. There is no longer a checking and savings account. It is now called a cash management account, for those of you that are wondering. Another thing that is interesting in this article is the fine print of the website says it's not a bank account. So the regulatory oversight of this offering is likely more than thin. He's saying that if you guys are hiding what the actual product is, you should go from putting it in the fine print to putting it in big bold letters on the front of the policy of whatever you're signing up for, which I think he has a point. A lot of people like that don't invest reach out to me. You should make a video about this. Is this good? Is this legit? So this is it, guys. They pretty much renamed what they had going on, so don't be so excited. I'm just making it clear that it's not a checking and savings account for all of those that are excited for that specific reason. They rebranded it and it's not a bank account anymore, so I guess the hype's gonna die down. I feel like that's why it caused so much traction. Like the article said, they never even reached out to the head of the SIPC to let them know what they were doing. So I think they had a good intention, but on the back end in the fine print, it clearly said that it wasn't a bank account. I didn't really get too excited because I invest regularly, so a 3% return on my cash is not like that big of a deal to me because I'm already getting return on high return in other avenues of investing. Thank you guys for watching the video and staying tuned. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like. If you guys want to hear more about investing in real estate and things that I'm doing and sort of keep up with my journey, just be sure to leave a like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.